Hey, everybody, this is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and Pact. Welcome to another Pact Short. I'm with a great friend of mine, Bart Bartholomew, the president and founder of Veterans Honoring Veterans. And we'd always like to remind you, please wear your red, support our soldiers who are away from home right now. It stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. Okay. You don't have to like the wars. You don't have to support the wars, but you got to support the kids. The kids are out there taken away from their family time, taking away their lives, putting their lives on hold to protect people in other lands right now, promoting our way of life. So please make sure every Friday you wear red. And just remember to do that. Bart is with Veterans Honoring Veterans, which has such a wonderful, wonderful program. You hand out statuettes to our heroes. You've been looking for heroes. You're really trying to make sure that we get all the heroes from World War II and Korea right now. Is that correct?
That's pretty much, yeah. We're losing our senior veterans at a rate of, I don't know what it is, but they're going quickly, and we are here talking because they kept our freedom in the United States. So as much as we can say hi to them, shake their hands, thank them for their service, honor them any way we can while they're still here is very, very important.
Yep, that's right. And so if you know any World War II surviving World War II or Korea vets in northern Colorado area, we're begging you to please get a hold of Bart, and you can do that by emailing him right here, Veterans Honoring Veterans 1 at gmail.com, Veterans Honoring Veterans 1 at gmail.com, or at their phone number, 970-481-9640. 970-481-9640. Bart's going to ask you for an email. He's going to send you a form that you can fill out that form, and let's get these veterans honored before and remembered, because remembering them is it's healthy for them, one, and it's just what we should do. So if you do know any World War II, World War or Korea vets, please get a hold of us. Of course, Bart, you don't just stop there. You're also honoring veterans of all conflicts. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, there's kind of go off on the honoring veterans. We're trying to focus on northern Colorado at this point, and I want all the listeners and viewers to understand what we have in our hometowns, our home counties and home states. In Larimer County, Colorado alone, there's 23,000 veterans living in Larimer County, and there's about 20,000 in Weld County. So you talk about 50,000+ veterans just in those two counties alone. And then you take your state and your town and your counties all over wherever this podcast is going. There's millions of us veterans out there. So what we're trying to do in northern Colorado, like I said, is to honor as many as we can, as long as we can. To date, since 2018, Veterans Honoring Veterans has presented over 440 statues to veterans in northern Colorado, and then also we have done posthumously. They're a little bit more difficult. You can order one for your loved one wherever you are. We can get you an order. We can get you filled out. Get your address, and if we order one and it goes out of state or out of town or out of county, we do ask that you pick up the cost of the statue and the mailing of the statue. Again, we are a nonprofit, so we don't have a bucket full of money that we can just throw around, but we try to do all kinds of donations and fundraisers to get our bank to where we can continue to give our veterans here in Northern Colorado a free statue. We don't want somebody to have to pay in our project right here in Northern Colorado for what we're doing. But if we have to mail it, then it's a little different because we have more cost and we don't get to present the person personally. But and I hope you all understand that. But if you do want one, you can go on to our website. You can take a look at what we've done since 2018. We have just about every individual that we've honored picture by date, individuals by year. So you can go in there. I tell everybody at every breakfast we have, hey, go on there, find yours. You can print them up if you want to. So, but 430 plus is a pretty good start. And long as I'm still around, I can do it. I'm going to do it as long as I can.
Well, that sounds great. And just to give you the number that it was reported in 2018, 7% of the adult population were veterans, roughly 18 million in 2018. So, just remember that. Remember those numbers. They're a little staggering that our veterans, the right around 7% of every of Americans who take and raise their right hand, they give that oath, they give up a part of their life to go and serve others. So
Zach, that brings up a point. And
yes,
when you said that, every veteran that raised their right hand, we have many organizations that try to help veterans all over the United States. The Veterans Administration, VFW, American Legion, DAV, and it goes on and on and on. Each one of those organizations has a requirement of qualification, whether you are able to get whatever they have to offer. We don't. Our veteran, no matter what that veteran done, whether that veteran stayed in the United States and typed orders, stayed in the United States and cleaned latrines, went to Germany, went to France, wherever we have bases. I mean, go on and on. We don't worry. We don't care about that. We say, if you go to boot camp, you have raised your right hand and you have said, I signed a blank check. I'll do whatever the American government military wants me to do. And when you go to boot camp, you don't know where you're going to go upon graduation. So be it conflict in Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, Korea, World War II, both Pacific and Atlantic, there was drafts in all those except the current one. Afghanistan and Iraq did not have a draft. Our soldiers, men and women, still raised their right hand and kept our country full of veterans. So if you have a veteran, if you are a veteran and you're in Northern Colorado right now, come to the breakfast. You see it at the bottom of the screen scrolling down there. Come to breakfast any Saturday you want to at the Golden Corral in Loveland, and we have a breakfast there. We'll get your name on our list. Don't expect to get one the following Saturday because, like I said, of how many veterans, and I've got over 300 veterans waiting on my list right now. So I call if they answer. If I find them, they get put on the waiting list, and then if they don't, then I go to the next one. So, but the breakfast is pretty awesome itself. We've been doing this since 2008, and just last Saturday alone at the Golden Corral, we had 115 participants. Some of those were family members, but 90% of them were veterans. So that's a pretty awesome amount of people to come to breakfast there.
Yeah, last weekend I had a connection with people you were honoring. Bill Esch is a brother of mine in the VFW Warriors. So
I didn't know that.
Yep. I've rode with Bill Esch quite a bit. So yeah, it was kind of neat to see him standing there with the statue. It was like, hey, that's great. So
that right there is a story in itself. That's good. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah. So, and we want to take a real quick second, and we want to show these beautiful statues to all you guys so you can see what we got going on. And you got statues pretty much for everybody.
I do. We have all branches: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard and the Navy are exactly the same statue, but at the base it will say U.S. Navy or U.S. Coast Guard. So we didn't do a separate one. But then we also have a female statue. I don't have a picture of it in here, but there is a opportunity for a female veteran to get a not a combat looking statue, but a statue of a female in what we call fatigues or whatever their work clothes are now, saluting. And if you want one of them, or we have this eagle holding a United States flag in the talons that we've been given since 2018. The majority of the ladies have been getting this statue, but here again, we do have an opportunity. But kind of show you a little bit. That's a good display of them, but you can just see the detail in this statue. I'm not good with the camera, Zach. Hang on there. The detail of this statue, and it's great work. And to plug my statue maker is designed by Ricker here in Loveland. So it's he's a Vietnam veteran. So we have made in Colorado, made by a veteran, made in the USA, a win-win-win. And Gary does an awesome job of these statues for us. So, but if anybody wants one of those, please don't hesitate to contact us, and we can get you fixed up. And thanks, Zach, for putting my address up there. If anybody would like to make a donation to Veterans Honor Veterans, please mail it to Veterans Honor Veterans, 1907 South Custer Avenue, Loveland, Colorado, 80537. And if you want to call me and order one, that's also fine. I do have a form that I can email you that gives you all the details that I need for the nameplate. So we can pretty much put the name, the rank, the branch of service. We can put one or two medals that you was awarded or they was awarded. We can put bases where you were stationed, ships that you were assigned to. My engraver just does an awesome job. Dykeman Trophies up at Fort Collins. If he gets a link of whatever you want, patch, ship, base, he can burn it onto that nameplate, and something that you'll be very, very proud of, or your relative or friend that's a veteran would be very proud of. So.
Yeah, and I can attest to the quality of these. You were so generous in August of this last year, and you honored both. And my father was not a combat vet, as you mentioned. He was not a combat vet. My dad was in the service. He was in the Army, Vietnam era, but we were in Berlin at that time, and so it was towards the end. My uncle, you also honored him posthumously. And one of the things that you guys asked, which really meant a lot to my aunt, was you asked us what was his favorite ship to serve on. And you guys put that right on there, that, you put on all of his information, and it definitely a tearjerker when we started talking about it. So, and, we talked about this once before. I still remember that we honored a couple more veterans that day that were there, one more posthumously, that his nephew came to pick up a statue. He was the one that the VFW in Alt was named after. And he was there to pick up the statuette for his family. But there was one older gentleman who grabbed a hold of that thing, and we had to tell him that somebody screwed up and didn't get the information into him in time. And this guy made me feel so bad because he held on to that thing like it was an Oscar. He loved that, he just loved that statue. He loved it. He didn't want to give it back. And we had to tell him, sir, we're going to get one personalized just for you. And the work, the details on them are so good and they're so nice. And the reason why we're doing this, folks, is we need you to support Bart in this. Okay. We need you to support Veterans Honoring Veterans so they can continue to do this. How much does each statue cost?
$60. And that's just for the statue and the nameplate, but a complete statue is $60. So it cost us about $18,000 a year to operate, and like I said, 99% of them are free. The ones that we do have to mail out, and there's not that many of them, we do ask for that $60 plus shipping. But I'm honored to say that we very seldom ever have to ask a veteran for money. But I will say our biggest donor are veterans.
Yeah.
What you said about a tearjerker, we're not intending to make anybody cry, but our veterans have not received enough thank yous when they come home. No one knows, unless you are a veteran, combat or non-combat, what it's like to be away from home at a very young age of 17, 18, 19, maybe for the first time ever, and meeting total strangers and living with total strangers for up to 2 to 4 years. So when these veterans come home, whether it's for a 2-day pass or a 30-day leave or whatever it is, even while they're in the service, thank them for what they're doing, because we are here. We're doing this because we are free. We walk around the streets without carrying credentials with us all the time because we are free. We have freedom of speech. So, and it's because our veterans have signed that blank check and have been able to go wherever they were needed and do whatever was asked of them to help us. And in Vietnam alone, there were 58,000 veterans killed in Vietnam, and the Vietnam veteran was, as well as the Korean War veteran, neither one of those two eras got very many thank yous when they came home. So just remember them when you see them. If somebody's got a hat on, go up and or got a T-shirt on, or got a coat on, don't hesitate to go up and say thank you. That'll mean a lot to them. I want to show this real quick, Zach. This is the card and the address. It's 1360 Sculptor Drive in Loveland for the Breakfast Club. And like I said, every Saturday morning at 9:00, we're kind of like the mail carriers. Rain, snow, sleet, doesn't make any difference. We're going to be there. So please join us. We have an awful lot of fun. Zach's been there for, I think, the last 3 or 4 weekends. And
actually, I missed. Had to get this. I missed a weekend that you guys were there, and my friend Janet from Healing Warriors was there. And she was there, and I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me! The one weekend I didn't come, you come up." And yeah, we ended up talking about you the other day because she was a guest on our regular show. So that we've got such a great community of veterans and veteran supporting organizations here in America. We truly do, but here in Northern Colorado, it's something very special. I know that us that are just non-veterans, but we're patriots. We just love to take part and stand beside you guys. And to all of you patriots who are out there, come on in. Yeah, you don't sit there and eat breakfast with them, but you can sit there and watch them be honored. And you want to see something that's spectacular, come and watch this. It is, it really means a lot. Bart, one of the things that you guys do, and one of the things that I really give you guys credit for, is you're fighting that feeling of being forgotten. And so I think that you guys are doing, you guys are taking a step towards fighting the depression that leads to life-ending decisions. How does the typical vet thank you? I mean, is it emotional?
It is. Speaking of that, not only the forgotten veteran, but the veteran. We were talking the kind of the beginning that I'm not a combat veteran. I don't deserve something like this. We are trying to wipe that out too, because a veteran's a veteran. A veteran don't know where they're going to go when they go to basic training. So it's not fair to any veteran not to be recognized. And the veteran that you're talking about, we don't know that they're out there until we call them on the telephone, or if they come up and say, what do I have to do to get this statue? And that right there tells me that they like what they saw. And I want to throw in here, we're not presenting statues every Saturday. We're only presenting statues on the first and the third. So if you come on the second Saturday expecting to see a statue presentation, we won't be doing it. But come anyway, and then come the following Saturday, and we'll have a statue presentation. And we do between 3 and 6 veterans every Saturday. We sometimes have breakdowns like everybody else does. Something came up and the veteran can't make it on that particular day, so we reschedule them. So we have 6 and only get 3. That's okay. Yep. If we only have 1, that's okay. But goodness, it just to tell you why I'm doing this is because I was at a ship's reunion. My ship was a aircraft carrier in Vietnam and also an aircraft carrier in World War II or Korea. But I was at a reunion, and one of the sailors got up at the banquet and honored another sailor with a statue. And I thought that was just pretty doggone cool. So after the banquet was over, I visited with the one that gave it away, asking him what that was. It was a franchise. He said, no. He said, I just thought it was a nice thing to do. So I said, gosh, I think it's a nice thing to do. So I came home to Colorado, found a handful of people like veterans and even non-veterans, and started doing it. And now we're a 501c3 and a nonprofit. We're having a ball.
Yep. So the Saturdays you guys are going to be there this coming up month in April are going to be the 2nd and the 16th.
Correct.
But once again, if you go there, if you consider yourself a patriot, you can wear out your hand by handshakes, because there are so many vets there, and they're all there for the fellowship, for the brothership, and just because they're there together. And
we have 4 World War II veterans that come just about every Saturday. One of them is 99. One of them is going to be 97. 2 of them are already 97. So just think of that at the age. They don't get around very well. They're having caretakers come with them, and they're in walkers. There's one lady, she's 97. She is resilient. She doesn't need any help. She drives her own car there every time. And the other veteran is going to be 97. He is in 3 wars, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
He is a character. He is such a good guy.
Purple Heart, quite a character. He takes care of his younger wife of 83. She needs care, and he's her caregiver. So veterans are resilient,
Yep.
Proud to know a lot of them.
Yeah, and when you introduced us to that, to the guy who fought in the 3 wars, he was just, he was peppy. He was just peppy. I was like, wow, that's great. I mean, I almost felt embarrassed. I was like going, geez, I'm tired, and look at this guy go.
He put some of us to shame, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, and just being able to get in there and talk to him, I'm so honored that you guys support what we do, and we are just thrilled to be a small part of what you guys do. you guys are part of the Community Pay It Forward fundraising program, and you have been since you and I met. And there's a very simple way, folks, that you guys can help. Okay, here's you can download the app right here. Download the app, the Jot form. I'll put it all over Facebook. I'll put it on wherever I need to put it. But make sure that you guys go to this app. Okay, when you go to this app, let me share my screen here. The app looks like this. It's just a job form. What you do is you visit one of our partners at www.communitypayitforward.com. That's www.communitypayitforward.com. You get a receipt. Take a picture of your receipt and click this right here. Okay, then you can upload your receipt right there. Then you can go on down here and you can pick any of these great organizations. But I'd really like, for today's purposes, for you to click on 501c3 and right there, Veterans Honoring Veterans. You can also come down here to supporting our heroes, both country and community. Looky there, Veterans Honoring Veterans. Make sure that you guys get this app, get it done. I am going to put it in the comments right now so it'll show up for you. But all you have to do is take and download that app, add it to your home screen. It tells you how to do it. You just click the three little buttons that are up there, and it says add to my home screen. Then you can always have all these causes that get updated every day. We're getting people who are being added every day now. We're starting to really grow, and we want to make sure that everything is we're supporting these great organizations like this. Bart, you and I, we clicked when we first met, and I thank Sandy from Colorado Promotional Supply for introducing us. And I just want to tell you, you are a dear friend of mine. You're, I couldn't imagine being without you right now, because
goes both ways. Thank you very much, Zach. But
yeah, so you better keep July 30th open. You might have to go to the mountains, but July 30th is when I'm getting married, and you know that you got to be there for the wife. So
hey, I'll be there for both of you, brother.
There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, hey Bart, why don't we go through this one more time before we let everybody go? Please make sure that you go to the website, veteranshonoringveterans.org. That's veteranshonoringveterans.org. You can also email Bart at veteranshonoringveterans1@gmail.com.
I'm gonna throw. We're on Facebook also. I forgot to give you that.
Yes.
NOCO Veterans Honoring Veterans is where you can find us on Facebook. So
very good.
Continue on.
Good. So, but veteranshonoringveterans1@gmail.com, or call him at 970-481-9640. 970-481-9640. Help Bart. Help Veterans Honoring Veterans. Oops, wrong one. And make sure that you can mail any donations to Bart's home, 1907 South Custer Avenue in Loveland, Colorado, 80537. 1907 South Custer Avenue, Loveland, Colorado, 80537.
100% of the donations go to statues.
100%.
So that's what I want to make sure of. We don't have any paid employees, and so everything we get goes into the statues and presented them. So,
and remember, simply by shopping, we're not asking you to upload, or we're not asking you to round up to the nearest dollar. We're not asking you to add $1. We're not asking you to do any of that. Shop with any of our partners for your business, for your home, for your kids, whatever. Shop with any of our partners at www.communitypayitforward.us. www.communitypayitforward.us, and take a picture of your receipt. Upload that picture to this jot form right here. When you do that, click on I want to, just let us know. I want to support veterans, honoring veterans. And 80% of what that company gives us goes to Bart. So make sure that you do that. Bart, my friend, my brother, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for joining me today on this packed short. And please keep up the great work.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me, and we're proud to be a partner with you, and proud of everything that you do for the community. Pay it forward. So that's how we met, like you said, and you got an awesome program, and we'll continue to work together.
Okay, everybody. Well, like I said, my name is Zach Clayton. I've been sitting here with Bart Bartholomew. We are part of the Community Pay It Forward fundraising family. We invite you to come together and make sure that nobody has to go it alone. Please remember to love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. My name is Zach, and I'll see you again on Monday. Yes, we've got a new show starting on Monday, so I will see you on Monday. But I hope you and your family have a great weekend. Please be safe, be smart, and care about somebody else. Thank you.
Stepping out of her fear, bring me home, out alone, to show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.